Hey, thank you for joining me today. This video is part of a group of videos on the different tenses, and today we are looking at the past perfect progressive tense. We will look at how it is used and also how we create those tenses and the structure of it. So, looking at how it is used, first of all, we have got um, the tense here, the past perfect progressive. It's used when we have actions that have started in the past and they continue up until another point in the past. So it could be that you are using an ongoing action that started in the past and it carries on until another point in the past. It might be that you are emphasizing the duration of actions in the past, so how long something has lasted for. Or it could be that you are providing some background information about an event that has happened before a second event in the past. So those are the main uses of it. And you will notice that this tense, the past perfect progressive, it is formed of some of the perfect tense, but some of the progressive tense. So let's have a look at how it is formed now that we know how it is used. So when we are forming this tense, you have got the had been part of it that is from the perfect tense. So had is showing the auxiliary verb for past, been is the past participle, and then we have the bit of the progressive tense on the end, the present participle. And a present participle is when a verb ends in ing. So this is how we are forming the positive version of it. We will look at the negative and the question version afterwards. So with this version, you will have had been and then an ing word at the end of it. So she had been crying all night before she finally fell asleep. So the action of crying had happened up until the point that she fell asleep. We had been playing football before it started to rain. So the playing of the football continues until the event of the rain. So all of these events, they are happening in the past and they are continuing up until a specified point in the past. And I had been waiting for the bus for an hour before it arrived. So this one sentence here, um, I had been waiting for an hour. It's emphasizing the duration of how long you had been waiting before the event of the bus arriving happens. So you are kind of sequencing those events in the past. So let's have a look at the negative form of it. And like all of the negative forms, we will have a not in there. So you would say had not or hadn't. So hadn't been, and then your ing word, your present participle. Okay, so she had not been studying before the test, or she hadn't been studying before the test. So the action, the studying, it hasn't happened before the person has taken the test, and that would possibly have consequences for the outcome of the test. And then we we hadn't been playing football for long before the rain started. So um, again, it's a negative version of it. And he hadn't been dancing all night at the party. And it, that is again showing the duration. So all night shows how long he hadn't been dancing for. And then we have the question form. So with the question form, you are switching things around. So you would have the had, and then the subject, and then you would have the been, which is part of your perfect tense, and then your ing, the present participle. So what had she been doing before we arrived? So it's questioning the action that happened before we got there. And then, had you been waiting a long time before the bus arrived? So it's questioning the length of time or the duration they had been waiting for. And then, how long had she been studying before her exams? So the duration of the studying before the exams happened. So I hope that you have found this short video helpful and that you are more confident with the structure of this particular tense. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Bye.